It was time again for the Aquatic Gardeners Association convention, this year held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Things kicked off on Friday with a tour of Florida aquatic nurseries. After buying plants from them for 12, maybe 15 years now, it was really cool to finally get to see the facility. It was much bigger than I expected, broken up into outdoor and indoor greenhouse type growing areas. This particular space contained mostly submerged grown stem plants, some really beautiful varieties. Outdoors, some species just seem to be growing wild. I don't think they were for sale, but this pool of giant Queen Victoria water lilies was especially impressive. This greenhouse featured plants growing immersed. Lots of crypts, swords, even some stem plant varieties. Really amazing. The volume and health of any one species was sometimes overwhelming. I had no idea, but a few miles away was their other facility, equally as impressive. Seeing all these different species together was really inspiring. Even the beautiful duckweed was giving me aquascaping ideas. Friday night was time for the Iron Aquascape for 2010. This year, veteran Luis Navarro battled relative newcomer Frank Wazetter. Not sure about that guy though. The layout materials were very evenly matched, and each participant would have about 1 hour to finish their aquascape. Plenty of plants available to create almost any style the contestants could dream up. Luis chose to start prepping most of his plants, getting a jump start on whatever his idea was, whereas Frank dove right in and got busy on his hardscape. I think it was just assumed that both contestants would use driftwood, but ultimately, Luis, not being able to put something together he liked, moved to a rock arrangement. Now the rocks chosen were really more to support driftwood, so I was really surprised at this move. But Luis seemed to be pulling it together. There was incessant babbling and attempts at humor by this guy, and the planting finally got underway. It was clear these guys had taken very different approaches. Luis finished in well under the 1 hour allotted time. His scape looked really solid. He for sure made not using driftwood work to his advantage. Frank put the final touches on what looked to be a pretty solid aquascape as well. It's time to mount the lights and let the judging begin. This year we decided to have both a judge vote and a popular vote. Iron Aquascaper Luis Navarro emerged victorious, sweeping both. Speakers got underway early Saturday morning with known photographer, blogger, and aquascaper Jason Balaban heading it off. The revered Klaus Christensen followed. His talk challenged us to rethink our notions of what ideal conditions are in the planted aquarium. Later in the afternoon, it was Karen Randall with a discussion on modern aquascape design. That night at the banquet, we announced the winner for the Solar Mini S raffle. Went to this lucky guy. The AGA contest results were announced, and then it was time for keynote speaker Klaus Christensen. He talked about his travels and plant collecting all over Southeast Asia. Sunday was the famous AGA convention auction, and there was tons of plants. It was really well run and the auctioneers were great, but this guy took the cake.
5 I got here, 6 I got over here, 7 I got here, 2 club members fighting each other.
All in all, it was a great convention. If you're into planted tanks and you're not an AGA member, well, you should be. Be sure and check out aquaticgardeners.org for more information.